Hello guys and welcome on my channel. If you found me today, it's because you've been on the internet looking for a concrete mixer. I was in the same situation as you are and I just bought one for 149 euros from the brand HBM. Is it a good machine? I don't know. We are gonna discover that together, we're gonna unbox it and we are gonna assemble this machine. So stay tuned. Okay, so now this is how everything is packed. Is it well packed? According to me, it is not well packed because I've got some damage which happened during delivery. I think it happened during delivery. So we have the manual. This is the wheelbase on which we will mount two wheels. Then we've got the paddles. This is the lever. This is on which we are gonna mount the lever. This is the drum holder. Here you can have a nice look. Then we've got the main base on which we are gonna mount the drum. Screws and bolts. Then we've got the drum, which is slightly damaged, I'll show you later. This is the second part of the drum. Then we have the motor itself. Looks quite sturdy, well protected buttons. And then we have the wheels. As you can see, all the bolts and screws are very well labeled from A to H. And of course you will need to use a manual, because every picture that you see into the manual is labeled with the screw that you need. In my situation, I used a plumber's plier and also a ratchet with size 13. A little bit later I also needed size 12. This is the base. Let's take a look at the manual, which is totally unclear and difficult to understand. This is the base, which we made a little earlier, which you didn't see. I'm happy that they labeled the screws and bolts with the correct bag. For the wheels we need a special type of plier which I didn't have, so I had to use the plumber's wrench to force that ring on the wheel lock, and also I successfully mounted the wheel on the wrong side. But anyway, as long as it turns around, it's okay for me. This is the drum holder, which goes in there. And now let's just take the first drum and put it on the base, and I'll show you the damage which I have. I am pretty sure that this broke down during transportation. It wasn't very well packed anyway, but I'm not gonna send the machine back because I really need it. I'll just 3D print a protection part later. A word of advice here. You see that black sealing rubber? Just put it on the top side of the upper part of the drum and insert the screws. This will hold the rubber in the right place, and then you install the upper on the lower part. Now that the screws and bolts are tightened, you can see that the black rubber is in place. This will avoid any water leaks later on. I had a hard time to figure out what to do with the spring that was given into the package. Well, now you know what you have to do with the spring. Just insert it into that iron bar. Now install the motor, and it's time to try the machine and see if everything works well. For the price of 149 euros, I can only say that I am quite happy with the machine that I bought. Despite the broken piece, which I will fix later, I can only advise this machine to everyone who has little job to do around their house. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and give a like. Catch you in the next one.